It is Sunday, May 30th, 2021, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofatime, I'm going to tell you all about my upcoming vacation. Hello everybody, it's another Sunday here in Hamburg, Germany, my hometown. It's actually almost sunny out. I mean, you guys know, it's not Sunday today. Today is Saturday. I filmed this always a couple days before, or at least the day before, so I can edit it and get it online on Sunday. Anyways, this Saturday is almost sunny outside, and that's a very exciting thing. The weather here in northern Germany, or in a lot of places in Europe, so I've heard from a lot of you, it's like stuck on shuffle. It's like fall, summer, fall, winter, winter, fall. We just can't get a break here. It's been raining and raining and raining and cold, and poor me. So as I mentioned, I have some travel plans coming up and it's gonna be a little bit different, and I wanted to just sit down and tell you all about it today, but there's just one thing I wanna ask you for before I get into that, and that is, if you think you're subscribed to my channel, can you please check? I thought it was just me, but now I've seen other YouTubers talking about it as well. YouTube, for some reason, created some kind of bot or some kind of, I don't know, automatic service. And yeah, and what it did is it went out and looked through people's subscriptions, and if they thought that this was like a mistake or that you were like not a real account, then they just automatically unsubscribed you. And I noticed it because I went over to Sean and Steph's channel to look at the recent video that Steph uploaded when she was not having such a good day. Sorry, Steph. I hope it gets easier soon. And anyways, I noticed that I was unsubscribed from Sean and Steph's channel.
Excuse me, YouTube?
So please check if you're subscribed, and when you're watching anybody else's channel right now that you really like and you think you're subscribed to them, just make sure that you still are. And if you've noticed that you aren't, let me know in the comments below. All right, it's been, almost a year now. It's been actually a little more, almost exactly a year since I started trying to do YouTube as my full-time job. I mean, I am doing it as my full-time job, and there's still much room for improvement. And basically anytime I have left my house for any sort of like fun activity within the last year, I have had a camera with me or my cell phone with me to record images to put together into videos that I place on this format called YouTube.
That was a complicated explanation.
And one interesting thing that I've encountered over this last year, now that this is like really my job, this is what I do, is that people tell me, oh, you know, that must be so much fun. You're just on vacation all the time. And I understand where that comes from, but I have realized more and more that traveling with the intent of creating high quality vlogs and tours and entertaining videos, when you're traveling with that intent, it's not vacation. You know what I mean? Just because I'm on a cruise ship, just because I'm at a theme park, does not mean that I'm on vacation. What I have not done in at least a year is an actual vacation where I am not thinking about the videos, and it's time. I'm very sorry, but this is not breaking up, but you and I need a break. And not only do you and I need a break, or I need a break, but Marcus and I need some time away. It's been since November of last year that we, did anything that resembles a longer vacation. And on that cruise, I was also filming the whole time. And so what we have coming up is going to be something where I am not going to film hardly anything. I don't think I'll be able to absolutely not film. I'm gonna try to, because what I wanna do is just enjoy this experience like a quote unquote normal person, and spend a lot of time with Marcus doing things that couples do on vacations, and not constantly be thinking, okay, did I take a picture of that plate? Did I get enough footage of the front of this restaurant? Should I redo the room tour today because it's sunnier outside? All those things, I want to just sort of not have that and just enjoy this as it is. So you're gonna be totally shocked what we decided to do. We're going on a cruise. Yeah! I would have been happy doing something else, but Marcus really wanted to do it. And so we are going to be leaving on June 20th, which is in just a couple weeks, to cruise with the MSC Grandiosa. So a ship that I was just on like half a year ago, and doing exactly the same route that I did half a year ago. We're just boarding it in a different city. And I want to go through and show you all of the details of what, our cabin and the dates and everything. But before we get into that, just let me put a little commercial break right here, please. Thank you very much. If you got an ad, I appreciate you watching it. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but I appreciate that it happened. And just remember, when it does happen, it helps me out. All right, what you're seeing here, I've navigated to the MSC website. It's in German here because, I'm in Germany. And so we are going to be on the Grandiosa. Like I said, we're boarding in Genova. There's so many different ways to pronounce it. I'm not sure what the right way for me is, but that's where we're boarding. So not Naples. Hopefully the mafia from Naples doesn't come up to Genoa to get me. And I've never boarded the ship there, but I've been to that port a few times, so I feel pretty good about getting around there. So we're gonna be flying from here to Genoa on the 19th, staying overnight in a hotel, which looks very, very fancy. Looking forward, I have to show you that hotel. Then we board, on the next day, on the 20th. And let me go through here and we'll pretend like we're booking it so you can see what the price would be. We got a discount, and as always, I can't tell you then how much it was, but this is how much it would be. And we go here, so this with that, and show the cabins. We were thinking about, or we're actually very close to cruising in the Yacht Club, and we decided not to, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So we took a balcony cabin. We also took the Aurea experience. So if you've never booked an MSC cruise, they always have these three options once you choose what cabin category you want. They have Bella, Fantastica, and Aurea. And these are like the extras that you can add to your cruise. So Bella is basically just the cruise, with the buffet and the restaurants, no drink package, no internet, no priority boarding, nothing like that. Fantastica, let me translate this for you, includes room service and breakfast in the cabin, priority seating in the main dining room, special, like the best areas of cabins available, and extra kids club. You get a free photograph when you board the ship. And then the Aurea includes drink package, includes a massage, includes free entry to the thermal suite, which is closed, my time dining, priority check-in, and an extra exclusive sun deck. And this is what we ultimately picked, so let's pick that. Then what else happens here? Our cabin is also on deck 11. I don't remember exactly what cabin it is here, but I'll just pick this one for now. And that's the price. So it's 2,598 euros, which would be this much in US dollars, and that is this much per night. And like I said, we paid a little bit less, but that's what we're doing. And now let me scroll back and show you what the Yacht Club would have cost. I almost said costed, because we were kind of interested in doing something a little bit special, and we thought, maybe it's time to try the Yacht Club. So many of you have been recommending it, and why is this not? Okay, let's go back like this. So many of you have been recommending it, and we had a discussion about it recently, I think here on Sofatime. Okay, and I went way back here. By the way, the Seaside is cruising, and that was also a very interesting itinerary, but it was more complicated with the flights, and it was much more expensive because there was no special deal, and so this is why we decided for the Grandiosa. Also, I thought being on a ship that I already know, it would be easier for me to not be in work mode, you know what I mean? All right, so we looked at what an MSC Yacht Club Deluxe Suite would be, and from my recent videos that the Deluxe Suite in the Yacht Club is basically just like a half a room bigger than a normal balcony cabin. It says here it's a luxurious suite. you know, opinions vary. 24-hour concierge reception, exclusive area with restaurant, bar, pool, and sun deck, a free alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks in all the yacht club areas, a private elevator directly into the thermal suite, which is not open, and a fluffy bathrobe. So this would have been 4,198 euros, which is this many US dollars, which is this much per night per person. And Marcus was really interested in it at first, and I said, yeah, I mean, we can do it if you want to. We can check it out. But I said, before we decide that that's what we're gonna book, oh, hold on, let me stop this recording here. I said, before we decide that that's what we're gonna book, I want you to look at a tour video of the cabin, you know, of this suite, and tell me if you think that alone is worth that, you know, however many more euros that's going to be, which is this many. And because so many of the things that the yacht club includes are things that we would not really take advantage of. I mean, we wouldn't be going to the private restaurant. We had that when we stayed in the suite on Mein Schiff, and I think we went there once, because if there's a buffet,
we go into the buffet.
The thermal suite is closed anyway, so that's not even a bonus at the moment. And Marcus isn't really somebody who like digs spending a lot of time just chilling by the pool in the sun. So having an extra sun, you know, this extra like pool area and stuff is not really also something that we would take advantage of, you know, compared to the price that we would be paying for it. So what we would mostly be, you know, getting out of that extra price would be the slightly bigger cabin. And I mean, it only is slightly bigger than a normal balcony cabin, priority boarding, which is of course also nice, and the drink package. But when you consider that in the balcony cabin with the Aria, for so much less money, we get also, you know, entrance to the closed thermal suite, but there's also priority boarding, also the drink package, and it includes a massage. So in the end, after Marcus watched the cabin video, and I said, you know, definitely we can do it, but do you think that for what we would take away from it, that we should pay the extra money? And Marcus, who's very analytical, was like,
no, probably not.
If the suite was something like what we had on the Mein Schiff, then I'm sure we would have done it. But I mean, it's not really, it's not even close, honestly. So they do have bigger suites, but that was just so far out of what we were interested in paying this time. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And you can see here the route, we're boarding in Genoa, and then it goes down to Civitavecchia, then down to Naples, then to Palermo, then to Valletta, and then we have a sea day on the way back up. And I'm just really looking forward to cruising like a non-YouTuber. I know that sounds weird when I say it, and I hope that you understand what I mean, and I hope that you understand, how different this is gonna be for me, and that also you're not upset that I'm gonna be doing this and not taking very many pictures and mostly no videos at all. With all the things that are changing right now, there are going to be so many amazing opportunities coming up for cruise-related content, for theme park-related content. There's also a couple videos of my city here that I really am looking forward to producing. They're like in the pipeline. I just have to get around to it and wait for some nice weather. So if you're my boss, please approve this vacation request. We don't know yet what excursions we'll be doing. We haven't gotten that far into the planning. We just booked this yesterday, but we will be doing some excursions, and I'm sure I will be posting at least some Instagram and Facebook posts. But like I said, you're not gonna get 7 days of daily vlogs out of this trip. This one is just for us. And that being said, now comes the time on Sunday Sofatime where I comment on your comments live on air. In last week's Sunday Sofatime, we talked about what I think are sort of exaggerated high prices for the new Disney's Art of Marvel Hotel at Disneyland Paris and the the new Disney Wish cruise ship, and these comments are on that video. It's been a really, really interesting discussion. If you're bored and have some time, go back to that video and just read through what we've been talking about here in the comments. The first comment I want to read here is from Aisling Ni Riada. They write, a Thor hammer throw from the parks, but Thor can throw his hammer really far. That really made me laugh. It's so creative because it says like one of the benefits of staying in this hotel for like $700 a night is that it's only a Thor hammer throw from the parks. But yeah, I mean, what does that even mean? Thor can throw that hammer, you know, like to other planets, basically, can't he? So what kind of promise is that, Disney? Next comment is from Casey Pender. Casey writes, $320 per person per night with food, entertainment, and a stateroom included on a brand new ship. Count me in. And yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I hope that I made it clear in that video last week that if you want to spend that money and you're willing to spend it and you have it in your budget, then absolutely go for it. I just know that it's more than I want to spend. And another person also wrote, I'm not going to scroll back right now, but whoever you are, you know who you are, that when you think of the hotel in Disneyland Paris costs, you know, $700 a night, and then Disney Cruise also costs around $600 a night for a cabin, but the cruise includes food and the hotel is just the hotel and the tickets. So very good point. Final comment is from Lynette Edzal. Lynette writes, commercial was for Royal Caribbean. It's a bit freaky how well YouTube knows me. As a single cruiser, I always get stuck paying the higher price, so I can only imagine what I would have to pay to cruise on the Dream. Anyone need an extra kidney? Yeah, Lynette, I feel you. You know, most of the cruises I've been doing lately, I've also been as a solo cruiser, and it's just recently that I got access to these, you know, special prices, and it's still more expensive. It's still more expensive. Can anybody out there answer, does Disney, do they have a single supplement? I'm starting to think that I read that they don't. I almost want to look it up right now, but I have to get going. I'm very sorry. Somebody please look that up, or if you know the answer, write it in the comments below. Yeah, a Disney cruise is definitely priced like, you know, it's priced like a luxury cruise if what you're offered is sort of in the same category as what you get, you know, like on Silver Sea or Viking or Cunard. It's tough to say. I mean, I don't know. I haven't cruised on those lines, but yeah, it's definitely not for people with a small budget. And if the price of cruising solo on Disney is even more expensive than it costs than when you're cruising with two people, then yeah, I mean, who can afford that? And if you can, good for you. You must be doing something right with your life. Do you want to adopt me? Or consider signing up at patreon.com/veryunofficial. I still have 3 weeks of videos coming for you before I leave on my vacation. So don't worry, we're going to be seeing a lot more of each other until then. And then I also have some other plans coming up that I want to tell you about, sort of similar to this category. But I need to work out some things with a couple other people before I tell you all about that. So stay tuned. Have a great weekend or a great week, everybody. Hasta la vista.